So the question here is, why do we like what makes us suffer? For example, we discussed about a lot of people like spicy food. A lot of people like to eat chilies, right? Why? We all know that the chili makes you to be suffering, spicy. You stick out your tongue and but you still continue to eat, right? You're sticking out your tongue, you're punching, right? Your lips are burning, your tongue's burning. Very soon your throat started burning, your stomach started burning, and I told you that tomorrow or that night your rear got burning when you poop, right? But we still love to eat spicy food. Why? What do you think? Tastes good? Taste is not good. Does spicy food have taste? Spicy is a taste. Raise your hand if you think spicy is a taste. Okay, let me give you an example. Let me give you an example. You eat one chili, right? Break it in half. You eat one half, okay? How do you feel? It's hot, right? Now, you take the other half, you rub it on your skin. Same thing, right? Now, let's say there's food, okay? If I put on my tongue, do I have taste? Yes. If I put on my skin on my hand, will I have any taste? No. So what's the difference? Do you feel the difference? Do you see the difference? Now, the chili or the heat is not a taste. So if you tell me that, yeah, chili is tasty, chili is not a taste, right? Spicy is not a taste. It's nothing related to your taste bud, right? Because if you consider chili as food, right? Now, this, I should have, why do I have to put it in my mouth? I should have the same taste if I put it in my skin. So chili or the spicy is not considered a taste, right? But why do we like it? Why do we like chili? Okay, let's watch this movie and we'll discuss more. Okay, why we like chili? Let's watch this movie.
It's happened to all of us at some point. We've eaten food that's just too darn spicy. It feels like our mouth is on fire. So what causes this? Why the heck does it happen? And why do so many people like it? There are two main compounds that cause all of the spiciness that you're used to: allyl isothiocyanate in mustard, horseradish, and wasabi, and capsaicin in all peppers except the bell pepper. Allyl isothiocyanate causes a burning pain sensation by irritating your nose, which sends pain signals to your brain. It evaporates pretty easily, which is why it tends to burn higher up in your throat and nose area. To calm the burning sensation, swallow all of the food and breathe deeply through your nose. The compound is partially water soluble, so the pain subsides somewhat quickly. Capsaicin works differently by attaching to receptors on your tongue and throat that normally sense heat. The chemical tricks your tongue into thinking it's too hot, which causes the burning sensation. The burning is not a taste though, but is literally tricking your brain into thinking it's on fire. Capsaicin is not water soluble, so it stays attached to the receptor for a long time or until you dissolve it in something oily like milk. There are receptors that capsaicin can attach to all over your body, and that's why peppers can cause a burning sensation anywhere on your skin. So I've burned myself before, and it is not pleasurable. So why do people enjoy the feeling of burning their mouth with capsaicin? Our bodies are awesome, and they try to counter this painful feeling by releasing some feel-good chemicals called endorphins. People learn that our brains can be tricked into releasing feel-good chemicals by eating spicy foods. That's why some people can get rushes or even highs from eating spicy food. And when you're getting high off food, you're gonna keep coming back. There is some conflicting data on whether or not you can build tolerances to spicy foods. Personally, I think you can. With no scientific data to back myself up on, I think that it's quite possible that cells with many capsaicin receptors may die of calcium overload, leading to less cells with those receptors, causing overall less pain. I've also noticed that as I grow up, I could handle spicier and spicier foods. Do you think you can build up a tolerance to spiciness? Let us know in the comments below, and as always, have a super duper delicious day.
All right, so now, did you pick up the chemical name of the chemical that release from our brain that make us feel great by eating spicy food? What's that? Endorphin, right? So endorphin is a chemical that our brain release for pain control and also for making it good. Okay, so endorphin can be released by so many different things, right? If you take painkillers, endorphins release, but those are not natural painkillers. Those are not natural endorphin because you're taking the pain pills. Now the same thing with eating chili, right? Chili, how many different types of heat sensation, the spicy sensation did it explain? There are two types, the mustard and wasabi, right? So how many of you ever tried wasabi? A lot of you, right? So when you put a little bit of wasabi, it opens up your nose, your ears. You feel like your whole head exploded. Why? Explained it go through your nose, and all these sensations go throughout your whole body, but also like all these heat coming out of your ears and your eyes and your nose. Okay, at that moment you feel like your whole life is gone, and but next time when you see it, you still want to do it a little bit at least. Why? Because you like that endorphin coming out and make you feel great. Okay, the same thing with capsaicin. Okay, capsaicin, we use it even for pain control. We actually make medication for pain control, capsaicin cream. Right now, that endorphin is what you want to produce naturally. Okay, meditation. The meditation that we do naturally will release endorphin, make you feel great, make you feel pain-free. Right? But people who don't do meditation, what do they have to do? They're going to eat chili. They're going to do drugs. They're going to drink alcohol. Okay? For example, what are the other foods that release endorphin in your body? What do you like? Okay, chocolate, coffee. They release some type of feel-good chemicals. It may not be endorphin. Okay, some does release some type of endorphin or endorphin-like chemicals. Okay, so by eating different food, when you are attached to certain type of food, it is because that food release that unique chemical for you that will make you feel great. Okay, so that's how we become attached to things that we really don't like. Okay, so our body is built so very weird. Okay, let's look at this again.
Why does your mouth feel like it's on fire when you eat a spicy pepper? And how do you soothe the burn? Why does wasabi make your eyes water? And how spicy is the spiciest spice? Let's back up a bit. First, what is spiciness? Even though we often say that something tastes spicy, it's not actually a taste, like sweet or salty or sour. Instead, what's really happening is that certain compounds in spicy foods activate the type of sensory neurons called polymodal nociceptors. You have these all over your body, including your mouth and nose, and they're the same receptors that are activated by extreme heat. So when you eat a chili pepper, your mouth feels like it's burning because your brain actually thinks it's burning. The opposite happens when you eat something with menthol in it. The cool, minty compound is activating your cold receptors. When these heat-sensitive receptors are activated, your body thinks it's in contact with a dangerous heat source and reacts accordingly. This is why you start to sweat and your heart starts beating faster. The peppers have elicited the same fight or flight response with which your body reacts to most threats. But you may have noticed that not all spicy foods are spicy in the same way, and the difference lies in the types of compounds involved. The capsaicin and piperine found in black pepper and chili peppers are made up of larger, heavier molecules called alkyl amides, and those mostly stay in your mouth. Mustard, horseradish, and wasabi are made up of smaller molecules called isothiocyanates that easily float up into your sinuses. This is why chili peppers burn your mouth and wasabi burns your nose. The standard measure of a food's spiciness is its rating on the Scoville scale, which measures how much its capsaicin content can be diluted before the heat is no longer detectable to humans. A sweet bell pepper gets 0 Scoville heat units, while Tabasco sauce clocks in between 1,200 and 2,400 units. The race to create the hottest pepper is a constant battle, but 2 peppers generally come out on top: the Trinidad Moruga Scorpion and the Carolina Reaper. These peppers measure between 1.5 and 2 million Scoville heat units, which is about half the units found in pepper spray. So why would anyone want to eat something that causes such high levels of pain? Nobody really knows when or why humans started eating hot peppers. Archaeologists have found spices like mustard along with human artifacts dating as far back as 23,000 years ago, but they don't know whether the spices were used for food or medication or just decoration. More recently, a 6,000-year-old crockpot lined with charred fish and meat also contained mustard. One theory says that humans started adding spices to food to kill off bacteria, and some studies show that spice developed mostly in warmer climates, where microbes also happen to be more prevalent. But why we continue to subject ourselves to spicy food today is still a bit of a mystery. For some people, eating spicy food is like riding roller coasters. They enjoy the ensuing thrill, even if the immediate sensation is unpleasant. Some studies have even shown that those who like to eat hot stuff are more likely to enjoy other adrenaline-rich activities like gambling. The taste for spicy food may even be genetic. And if you're thinking about training a bit to up your tolerance for spice, know this. According to some studies, the pain doesn't get any better. You just get tougher. In fact, researchers have found that people who like to eat spicy foods don't rate the burn any less painful than those who don't. They just seem to like the pain more. So torment your heat receptors all you want, but remember, when it comes to spicy food, you're going to get burned.
All right. So I want you to understand our human psychology, our body, our anatomy, our biology is designed in such a way that we not only like the great taste food, we also like food like spicy food, okay, even though we regret a few minutes after we ate, but we keep on going back, okay? So, all right. So we attach to anger, really? Show you. So we discussed about this last week a little bit, right? William, read those for us, please.
If you feel in control, you like it when people react to your reaction. People tend to listen to you when you are angry. People are scared of angry you. And once you are attached to that anger becomes your coping method.
Okay. When we look at why we keep on becoming angry person, even worse and worse every day, right? When you were little, you used to be not that angry. When you become a little bigger, you become angrier. When you become like my age, really angry, right? So why is that? First, that whenever you're angry, you feel like you're in control. People listen to you. You more pay attention to you when you throw temper tantrum, right? When you're just sitting at the corner and playing with your little toy, nobody pay attention to you. When you start throwing toys away and start screaming and yelling, then you feel like, hey, wait a minute. If I do good, they don't pay attention to me. If I do bad, they pay attention to me. So what's the problem? Your parents. Your parents are the problem, right? Because you do bad things, they pay attention to you. You do good things, they don't pay attention. So tell your parents, don't do that, right? So that's how our society is designed this way, right? You're a very nice little kid, go to school, right? But you do something weird. Oh, crazy goal. But they pay attention to me. I like it, right? So that's how anger makes you feel first time. You like it when people react to your reaction, okay? So let's say I throw temper tantrum, I throw away my toys, right? Then what happened? Mom would say, and yelling. Mom react even more. Then you like it. Oh, not only me, my mom react like that too, right? So you like it when people react to your reaction, right? If I jump up and down and all of you start jumping up and down, don't I like it? Yes, I do, right? So liking that anger. Oh, if I scream, they all scream. People tend to listen to you when you are angry, right? Just like when I scream and yell, wait a minute. People are scared of angry you. But if you raise your voice, people tend to, right? Now, because of all the above, that anger. Now, anger becomes your coping mechanism. So now you understand the cause and effect, why you are attached to the anger. Break that vicious cycle. Don't be angry, right? That's why our motto is don't react, right? Because if you react and angry, you're going into this vicious cycle and you will never get out of it. Okay, we talked about this already. I'm going to skip this. But we're going to read another story, right? And this story will explain to you why this joyful, wholesome volition is very important, okay? So since this is so important as a Buddhist, okay, I need you to start memorizing these Pali words. Repeat after me. Somana Sahakatam Jnana Sampayuktam Asankarikam. Okay, so meaning is, okay, Samana Sahakatam meaning with joy. Jnana means the intellectual mind. Sampayuktam mean together with the intellectual understanding of the law of karma and asankarika. Sankarika means someone asks you to do it, someone push you to do it. Means absence of. Okay, so you need to memorize these Pali words. Okay. Repeat after me. Somana Sahakatam. Samana Sahakatan, Jnana Sampayukta. Okay, so understand this sentence, you will understand a lot about Abhidhamma. Okay, so let's read this story. So this is a story of Uttara and the governor of Payasi. All right. Okay. Kukuta, read that. Read the first paragraph, please. So to Maharaja. Okay. So this is a story between the governor of a big city called Payasi. Okay. Once the governor of Payasi made an almsgiving ceremony. In this ceremony, he let the youth Uttara. So the little kid, okay, a teenager named Uttara, managed the donation on his behalf. So this whole donation, the money was given by who? The governor, right? But the governor just asked that little kid, okay, a teenager like your age, hey, here's some money, go buy food, prepare everything, then he will donate the food and offerings to the monk, right? They both died when they got older. When they died, the governor, who was rich, who paid all the money, who donated the food, was reborn as a deva in the celestial realm of Satu Maharaji. Satu Maharaji is the lowest level of the upper realm, the deva realm. Whereas the youth Ultra went all the way up to the towering side, right? Tavatisman. This is where, who is there in this realm? Buddha's mother, right? It's a pretty higher realm. How come? How come? The older one, smarter, brighter, the mayor of the town, spent a lot of money, donated the food, went to the lowest realm of the Deva realm, lower celestial realm, whereas the little kid, a teenager who actually just helped, went to the pretty high realm. Okay, why? He did not do that with volition. Very good. Yes, good job. Very good. Very good. Yadi, read this paragraph for us. One day. Okay, this is a very good example, right? So for example, let's say at home, okay, there are some parents only your dad walks, your mom doesn't walk. Okay, how many of your parents are like that? Raise your hand. That only your mom walks, or your dad walks, and your mom doesn't walk, right? But every time there is a donation to the monks, who cooks usually? Mom. Every time things are need to be donated to the monks, who is at the front doing preparation and actually offering? Mostly mom. So, but whatever cost that money, who made it? Dad. Okay, so who do you think will go to the upper round, the higher round? Your mom, right? Will your dad go to the upper round too? Yes, but still that will be lower than your mom round, because even though that money was not made by your mom actually did a lot of cooking, did physical donation, just like this little teenager. So even though the mayor spent a lot of money, but remember, he said, "One, making my donation, I did not make the offering with due respect. I did not make my offering personally with my own hands. I gave my offering as if throwing them away." So yes, he got some positive energy, but not big enough compared to the little kid who helped him, right? So that's Arahan, because he has the supernatural power. He went to the upper realm and he met the former governor of the Parsi and asked. Okay, so he said, "I made a mistake. Even though I spent a lot of money, I really didn't do it with the right mindset," right? So having that right mindset is very important. Okay, what was that Bali word that I asked you to memorize? Who remember? Raise your hand. You just recited it twice with me. Anyone? Psalm? Sahakatam. Okay. What's the name? Jnana Sampayotan. A Sankarika. Okay. So that is very important, because the youth kid had all these. He did it happily. He did it with joy. Okay, he understood the law of karma, and he did it without anyone else pushing him. Okay, so if you understand this, and if you do positive energy with this mindset, you will have a lot of power. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to skip the story. Now, we have been talking about the donation, the dana, and the loba, and letting go of things. Because whenever we say donation, we normally say atlut, right? Come from the word aloba. Okay. Now, we haven't learned about Buddhanussati in triple jumps, right? What is Buddhanussati? Buddhanussati means recollection of the power of Buddha. Now, what is recollect? Collect again. Yeah. The power of Buddha is out there in the space. Buddha is gone, Buddha is dead, but his power out there. You gotta recollect to you. Okay. Now, this concept very important. Follow me, okay? And you are making the power of Buddha as yours. Just because you bow down to Buddha, you don't got power. You gotta know how to gain the power, right? Just like television antenna or satellite dish, right? Just because you have a satellite dish doesn't mean that you'll get the reception well. No, you gotta know how to use the dish. right? You gotta know how to power that on. You gotta know how to attach that satellite dish with your computer or the television set, right? Now the same thing, you really need to understand how to make the powers Buddha as your, right? How do we do that? So now we have been talking about the power of Buddha. And this is the second one. The first one, when we talk about Arahant, what's the definition? Buddha is the one. Buddha is who does not do, say, or think any evil, even in solitude. Okay. Now this is the other meaning. So Buddha is the one who can let go of all the earthly urges and basic instincts. Now, what are the earthly urges and basic instincts? Okay, Kenneth? Any wish, any art, any attachment that is not wholesome is called earthly urges. Okay, we call ourselves, or like if you are an alien, they call us earthlings because we're attached to the earth. We cannot go up to the upper realm, celestial realm, because we're attached to things that we have it here. Okay, what are the basic instincts? What is an instinct? Huh? Something that you do? Why do you do that? Because you have to survive? Really? Having a girlfriend, is that a basic instinct? Yeah. Do you need a girlfriend to survive? No. Okay, so very good. So basic instincts are the ones that we are born with, right? Everybody, if you're born, you know how to cry. Does anybody teach you how to cry? No, nobody teach you how to cry. The moment that you come out of your mommy womb, because the air is so cold, because inside your mommy womb is warm, cozy, nice. Suddenly, you come out outside where it's so cold, especially if you're born in this country in the hospital, air condition blowing, so cold that you started screaming, crying, right? So the only moment that people are happy when you cry is when you were born, right? So for you, it's so cold, but everyone is happy. Oh, born, she's born, he's born, right? So we have so many basic instincts, right? Crying, being angry. Nobody have to teach you how to be hungry, how to be angry. Yeah. Did anybody teach you? Hey, you're gonna be hungry like this. Nobody, right? How to cry, how to smile. So how to sleep. Does anybody teach you how to sleep? Not really. I'm talking about the regular sleeping, not how to sleep in the right way, right? So basic instincts, right? So these earthly urges and basic instincts, we cannot let go of, right? We cannot let go of our toys, our food, right? Our friends, our family, right? Buddha can. That's what we need to practice. Now, let's look at this picture. What does it tell you? Very good. What do they have? What are they holding? What are they doing? Okay, but like what? So what is she doing? Playing the violin. So that you're attached to what? The music, your sound, your ears. What is this? Smell, right? It's a good scent. You're attached to smell. Oh, smell of the girl, I like it. Smell of that boy, I like it. That perfume, I like it. Right? What do you think this? Food, maybe a cake, right? Food, all these things that we attach to, but Buddha can let go of it, right? So we have a lot more than that, right? So you already knew this, boring, right? Now, what do you see? I want you to comment on this. What do you see? Marriage. What else? Disgusting. Yeah. Oh. So, okay, listen. So this picture, do you think it's appropriate? Or you say, you know what? This picture is natural. Raise your hand. Good, Kenneth. Good. All right. So here. Now this is very important. Okay, listen to me very carefully. Now, the picture that you're seeing, and this, what's the difference? Is it the same information that I give you? Yes, right? This picture and this picture give you the same information, but what makes your eyes widen? This picture? The other one. This picture says, nah, Buddha, I know this story before. It's nothing interesting, right? This picture, wait a minute, what's that? Right? So in Burma, in our Theravada Buddhism, it's not acceptable. Why? Why is it not acceptable? That's a sexual misconduct, and you put the image of Buddha with a lady, you never do that. Okay, so you never put a picture of Buddha like this with the lady, right? So, but in Mahayana Buddhism, it is totally acceptable. Okay, so the information is the same. This, okay, talk about utterly urges or basic instincts. So Buddha can let go of it, right? Buddha doesn't really care whether that's the smell or the scent or the food or taste or beauty or sex, right? So, but if you put this picture, okay, then your parents will say, what the heck you're looking at? So, but it's the same message. It's the same information. Okay. So if there are times that you may see picture like this, so different people will interpret differently. But what is the key message? The key message here is exactly the same as this, that you as a little Buddha will have to let go of these earthly urges and the basic instincts, right? So now, yes, we don't accept this picture, right? Because we pay Buddha the utmost respect, right? So if respect to your parent, your dad, your mom, or your teacher, right? Would you put anything nasty to your parents' picture? You wouldn't do that, right? Now, Buddha is our utmost respect, right? We as Theravada Buddhism, we do not accept this kind of picture, right? Even though the message is pretty much the same, the message, whether this picture or the other picture, the message is the same. But the difference is, this picture, we're not paying respect to Buddha. But on the other hand, though, a lot of people will like this picture. Why? It keeps you to, whoa, right? To create. So, but as a Theravada Buddhist, we don't accept that. Okay. So the message here today is learning about things. We've been learning about quality of Buddha. Arahant, right? So the first one is Buddha is the one who does not do, say, or think any evil, even in solitude. The second one is letting go of the anger, letting go of the lobha, right? And letting go of our basic instincts. Okay, so Buddha is the one who can let go of all the earthly urges and basic instincts. So that's the other definition of Arahant. Okay, so I'm going to stop here tonight.